The views expressed in Ignorant Rants do not necessarily reflect the views of theclient.com, its owner, sponsors, or affiliates. Hell, half the time it don't even represent the views of the Ignorant Ranters themselves. It's just a bunch of guys talking nonsense.
Previously on Ignorant Rants.
I went and bought 2 tickets.
Yeah, the
and
fucking
it-
To Paradise?
The popcorn was probably 11
Tickets
bucks,
to
wasn't it?
Paradise.
Yeah, the fucking
Patrick
popcorn.
will leave tonight.
Like I said, I tweeted out this week that if every actor treated their superhero like Ryan Reynolds treated Deadpool, there'd be no such thing as bad comic book movies.
Touche.
I actually had a buddy on Facebook say that he thought the Deadpool movie was horrible and he hates Ryan Reynolds because Ryan Reynolds ruined the Green Lantern for him and now ruined Deadpool for him.
Oh my god.
That's
Fuck that
outrageous.
guy.
That's an outrageous.
I hope he's not still your friend on Facebook.
Yeah, you should have unfriended that guy.
Because I started a petition to have Ryan Reynolds play Green Lantern in the new Justice League movie. Not true at all.
I want Ryan Reynolds to play every superhero ever.
I would actually like Ryan Reynolds to play half the superheroes and Chris Pratt to play the other half. And then I'd be where? Paradise.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Good gracious, that's bodacious.
Hello, and welcome to Ignorant Rants Show, where a bunch of friends get together. We talk about whatever we want to talk about. So take that. I am Tim, running this train wreck right off the cliff, into the ground, or off to the moon. Wherever we want to go.
Proverbial moon. It's not a real thing.
Well, clearly,
The moon isn't a real thing.
it's made of cheese. Speaking of cheese,
The government controls the tides, not the moon's gravity.
Mm-hmm.
Brent's here. Oh, Brent, how you doing?
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Good.
I'm having a great time. Got something in my eye. Shit.
Jesus.
What is that?
I don't know, but speaking of Jesus, Bobby,
Centipede.
we're joined with Bobby. Bobby, how's it going?
Good gracious, brother. Good gracious. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Mad blessed, dog. Mad blessed.
Thank you. And finally, we are here with old Dick Siemens. Dick.
Hey, doctor says it's just a rash.
Mazel tov.
All right.
Dicky Dick.
Did you get pills or a topical cream?
I got both.
You know what's... Can
Are
I...
you wiping the pills on you and then taking the cream orally?
Ooh.
Son of a bitch, I feel like I'm doing it wrong.
Hey, Dick, I've noticed something funny about you, sir, and that's that your name being Dick, I don't... I've started... That's a show name, and I've started calling you that all the time when we're playing video games together or when I'm talking to people about you, and it's almost like I've very much forgotten your real name, and I just wanted to let you know that that's good because I probably won't fuck it up on the show anymore.
That's good, Bobby. I appreciate that because someday I plan on running for office.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the big deal is because Richard Siemens is on his birth certificate, so calling him Dick is not a big deal. It's short form. It's fine.
Right. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, so we are doing this this week. I don't really like to take the show, but
We do it every time.
That's very true. I say I don't like doing it, and then I immediately do it.
Yeah, just like dating yourself.
But we also
Carbon dating's not real.
three quarters of us saw an amazing movie this week, which was How to Be Single.
Room.
No.
I was more of a Sisters fan.
Well, I asked my girlfriend. I said, "We take you out to dinner. What movie do you want to go see for Valentine's Day?" She said, "How to Be Single." And I said, "God damn it."
Open mouth, insert
Right,
foot.
but her loving me so much, she goes, "No, I'm just kidding. We can go see Deadpool." So we went and saw Deadpool.
Deadpool.
And
Captain Deadpool.
Captain
Yeah.
Deadpool
Shit.
was a fucking amazing movie. I thought it was really fucking good.
It's very good.
It was pretty funny.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Best movie ever.
Shut up, Dick. You didn't see it.
Shut up, Dick. Well, I want to get one thing out of the way, and then we can talk about how great it is. And I just want to say the movie was fucking hilarious. It was really good. I just want to say that, like, I'm not trying to take anything away from it. I did read a lot of articles about this that people were saying it's one of the funniest movies ever made, and I do want to just say if you follow those, you will be let down. So you need to enjoy it for what it is because it's funny as shit. but it's not like a top 5 comedy of all time, but it is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's no Caddyshack.
I was thinking Wedding
Groundhog
Crashers.
Wedding Crashers is
Yeah.
great.
Oh, get out of here with that bullshit.
That movie is hilarious. Have you ever laughed so hard you pissed yourself in the theater and still didn't leave?
Yeah,
Twice.
Caddyshack.
Caddyshack.
You saw Caddyshack in theaters?
I didn't see Caddyshack.
I was gonna say, did they have movie theaters back then?
You on drugs, Danny? Yeah, good.
What's wrong? So good. So good.
I know we're here to talk about Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds, but I mean, can we just talk about how Chevy Chase used to be a fucking stud and super attractive, hilarious dude, and then he just like went off the deep end, became like a racist or something?
Can we say Fletch and Fletch Lives? Fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
No,
Fletch is a
great.
great
Oh yeah,
movie.
Fletch, yeah.
I
Sure.
had to go somewhere else.
Oh yeah, I was like,
No.
where's he
Yeah.
taking this?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
those movies are goddamn phenomenal.
Yeah,
no, they're
yeah.
good.
Now they're totally good.
Yeah, no, you can't say that.
Thank you. But anyway, I don't want to take. I just want to say it was built up pretty well for me in that sense, but luckily I was able to overcome it and still enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
So
No,
it's
yeah,
like-
no, it was.
He said he was able
Yeah.
to overcome it.
Yeah.
Actually, that's funny because the review I read was it's not as good as you think it's going to be, and so I kind of went into it with lower expectations. But to me, it was phenomenal,
Right.
and it's probably in my top 3 Marvel movies right now.
Absolutely.
So,
I would say it's probably the best superhero movie I have seen that's not Guardians of the Galaxy.
I still go back and forth with the Winter Soldier, but yeah, those 3 movies would definitely be in the top 3.
Absolutely.
I've definitely never seen Winter Soldier, despite every time I say this, every person immediately attacking me and telling me to watch it.
Well, I mean, sometimes you got to have that person on the show, and that's fine.
Right. And the thing is, I mean, you'd think I'd see it. Captain America is my favorite Avenger because he's a God-fearing man. Patriot.
There's only one God, man.
So good. But yeah, so Deadpool. I mean, so I tweeted out this week that for those millions of followers I have on Twitter, that if every actor or actress who played a superhero treated their superhero like Ryan Reynolds treated Deadpool, there'd be no such thing as a bad superhero movie.
Word. Yeah, no, and I think I read an article about how Ryan Reynolds has actually been pushing to do this for like almost 10 years, and but that he refused to have it be done not rated R, and I applaud him for pushing it like that.
Right. Well, shoot, you can see it even in the beginning credits, when it was just like fucking, produced by a bunch of asshats,
Yeah.
written by the real heroes,
That was so
written
funny.
by an overpaid tool, I mean.
Yeah.
So he had a sense of humor about it. Even the Green Lantern card that was there was kind of a funny little.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, just all the inside jokes and everything. My favorite thing, my favorite. So I saw it twice, and I didn't catch it until the second time. Was when, because there's a couple cameos in there, and Colossus is in there, and which everyone knows. And he grabs. So spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. Spoilers, I'm gonna throw it right out there. So fuck off. If you ain't seen it yet, go see it. Get back at us. Or skip ahead about 30 minutes and listen to the next segment.
Okay.
Dick is about to leave the room. But it's when Colossus grabs him and says, I'm taking you to see the professor. And he says, which one, McAvoy or Stewart? I get the timelines mixed up.
These timelines are so confusing.
And that made me laugh so hard. That was the funniest part the second time I saw it. So, I mean, just all the references and to the inside jokes, with him taking shots at Hugh Jackman and Wolverine and stuff was just really, it was just good. It was good all the way around.
So good.
Dude,
It
that's
chock
so funny.
full of one-liners.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
okay. So as being someone who hasn't seen the movie, but will chime right in on that rated R factor though. That was the only thing other movie I can think of was Blade, which I thought was pretty good. It
Was
was
Blade rated R?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely
dude.
was.
Some
But it's-
motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill.
Yeah, exactly. You can't say that in PG. Well, you can say it once. But that's it.
Right.
But he said it multiple times.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
I said fuck off.
But that, I mean, Jesus Christ, when you read comic books, they're not fucking PC. They're not goddamn rainbows and fucking shitting,
No,
butterflies.
Jesus, if you believe the 90s and every superheroine had fucking 3XL fucking boobs and had a fucking
I do,
19
yes,
waistline.
I do believe
But
that.
does everything have to be about PC to you? Goddammit.
It does, yes. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I thank you for being here.
And I think,
No, Bobby and I talk about this a lot, about how more often than not, exclusively our favorite comedies are R-rated films. And it's not necessarily because we want them to be crass, we want them to be gross or use a lot of language or anything like that, but when you're making an R-rated film, you have a lot more freedom. you're not worried about appeasing the masses or younger children, so to speak, or things like that. And so a lot of times in that freedom, there's a lot more creativity.
Sure.
I think.
Sure. Yeah, it's not necessarily that you can do the crass stuff. You just want to have the freedom to be able to do whatever you want.
Right. So
Well-
when you do something like that, it hits a lot bigger. It hits a lot harder.
Well, and I think. Oh, go ahead.
Are you sure? Because I want to say go ahead to you, but I don't want to lose the turn to talk.
Well, just go.
No, I was gonna say. With that being said, I do feel I agree with that entirely. But I mean, with that being said, Deadpool was crass as shit, but
yeah.
it was fucking hilarious. So
Go ahead. Take a look. Pull out for the wide shot. You know we've been pulling out tonight.
so it's fists then. That sounds like your last Saturday night.
Yeah, and I think we can all thank The Matrix for that, because The Matrix, I think, was the first R-rated movie to really do gangbusters at the theaters and let everyone know, hey, you can do an R-rated movie and do well at the box office.
Well, I mean, life is fucking R-rated. I mean, why not make movies
Not in my
to
household.
compensate that shit?
As soon as I walk inside, every time I try to drop an F-bomb, I get beat from somewhere that I can't even see.
I was gonna say.
It imitates art. It's the Kid Insanity show, like the Truman Show.
Yeah.
Somebody controlling the weather and
Yeah, it's crazy.
what you're allowed to say.
The
He's
freaking
masturbating hard.
freaking Dick over here. Fucking life is R-rated. Just trying to fucking hit it hard right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you a little something about life right now.
I've seen some shit.
Hashtag life is R-rated.
Let's say, come on, man. I watched SpongeBob SquarePants until I was like 17. My life was not R-rated.
I watched SpongeBob last week. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but when SpongeBob first came out and I was all on that train, you used to make fun of me a lot for it, Tim.
Yeah, and I would do it this day too, except it would just be ironic this time.
How is that not R-rated? The guy's fucking topless all the time.
He has a tie.
It's very true. Yeah, he's wearing a shirt. and a
Yeah,
tie.
he's got his
He's
shirt
got a
tucked
white
into his
shirt.
pants.
Does he?
It's
Yes.
just attached. It's just sitting low on him because
Sorry,
he's a
this
sponge.
is from a guy who doesn't watch that fucking show.
I think
No,
that you just
it's
see what
not.
you. I think you just see what you want to see, bud.
Yeah.
A topless
Titties.
SpongeBob.
Topless sponge.
What's going on over there, white Michael Jackson?
I don't know.
Hey,
Maybe
Not
I got-
black, not black Michael Jackson.
Thank you.
okay. Which was the one who made Thriller. Okay, I'll
Yes,
allow it.
yes.
I'll allow it.
Nothing. I've got one hand on the table and one in my pants. What's up?
So did you stay all the way to the end, Bobby?
Like after the credits?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, no. I know that every Marvel movie does it, but I had been drinking before I went to that movie, and I was going to explode in my pants. And so actually, I watched the last 2 minutes of the film down in the stairwell, trying to hold it, but ready so as soon as it ended, I could fucking run out and go to the bathroom.
Okay, so then you'll appreciate this then.
All right.
So the last scene.
We're in the same boat now, Dick.
Uh,
I love boats.
the last scene was
I love the Titanic.
was a spoof of the after credit scene from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, no way.
So it's a shot from the house, and he comes walking out wearing his Deadpool outfit, but also wearing a T-shirt and a robe. And he walks out, and he goes, "You guys are still here? The movie's over, you know." But and then he made mention about doing Deadpool 2. But he said something about like, "Do you guys think there's going to be an after credits thing with Nick Fury out here doing it?"
Samuel L. in an eye patch.
Yeah, Samuel L. patch in an eye patch doing a saucy little leather number.
He mentions Cable.
Yeah,
He talks about Cable being in the second one possibly,
yeah.
which is
So
fucking rad because Cable is dope.
he's way
I have DirecTV. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right. And because I think Deadpool would be the same exact Deadpool person, but with his still Ryan Reynolds good looks if he actually had DirecTV.
Yes.
I feel like neither one of you know who Cable is.
I know very well. I have it here, and it's horrible.
Okay, so no,
So no.
I stand by my point.
So one thing I had a good conversation with my girlfriend about after we saw it that I feel like is pretty legit is, and I think you guys are going to disagree with me here, but I would like to, and I don't mind defending it, but I just want you to know that I will defend it. I feel like superhero movies now are really they're getting a lot better, and part of that's technology, part of that's writing, but it is interesting to think that when I was younger, being in a superhero movie was kind of where your career went to die. But then like the last 10 years, it's been like people's careers are single-handedly made. I mean, I know we all love Chris Pratt in Guardians, but really, is Chris Pratt in Jurassic World if he doesn't lose his weight and go to Guardians? Absolutely not. I mean, he was just a fat fucking comic on Parks and Rec before that.
Hey, we don't talk about it. Those are dark times.
No. And I love him, but I'm saying, like, even, like, you know, like, I mean, like, Chris Hemsworth, I mean, everybody knows him as Thor. And I guess, what's his name? Chris Evans. I mean, he's been doing shit forever, but Chris Evans before Captain America will always be fucking Chris Evans from shitty Not Another Teen Movie to me until Captain America.
That's not true at all, because he was Evil X number 2 in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Yeah, that scene was like fucking. He was in it for like 5 minutes.
Well, that was a well-earned 5 minutes.
Well-earned 5 minutes. He was going for the Oscar.
All right.
Chris Evans had a very interesting thing happen. He got a rare second chance at being in a superhero movie.
Well,
he was Human Torch in the Fantastic Four.
Right.
Was a steaming pile of
was?
shit.
Well,
it wasn't that bad, but
it was horrible. But I mean, like Robert Downey as Iron Man. I mean, Robert Downey is Iron Man now, but before that, his career was totally fucking done. Jon Favreau fought to have him in that movie, and nobody would do it because nobody wanted to touch Robert Downey.
That's not true, because
he was fresh out of jail. He was fresh out of. He was
come out before or after Iron Man.
After Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
After Iron Man, because he.
I agree with your point.
Yeah, he was like, so I'm just saying that, like, in that, I think that's a real testament to how actually badass superhero movies have gotten. That you can take a movie based off a comic that is still popular, but that, you know, a good amount of people haven't read or know a lot about, and you can make it popular to the masses and enjoyable too.
Well, though, I think to argue that, though, is that, you know, it really doesn't take just the actor, though. It takes good writing. It takes
Absolutely,
because if you look, like, I mean, Ben Affleck was Daredevil.
God damn it! I was just gonna fucking say that. How the fuck did Affleck survive Daredevil? It's not like he's ever gonna do another.
Well, the thing is, he didn't. He didn't. Well, no. But that's the thing is, you get a chance. No, he's being sarcastic.
I know he is.
But no, but I mean, like, but that's a good example though, because Ben Affleck, he got the Daredevil, and after that, I mean, hot on Daredevil and Gigli, I mean, he was out of the business. The only thing he could do was direct films, and if it wasn't for him putting himself in his own movies that started winning Oscars, he would have never been in movies ever again.
Well, and that's what I'm saying, is between that and then, like, wait, go ahead. 1, 2, 3, go. So between, like, you know, I mean, Ben Affleck and Daredevil, and then you got, like, I mean, Chris Evans is a good example. You said it's a rare second chance, you know, but it's not like they were bad. Although I will say Ben Affleck was bad, but it's not like Chris Evans was bad in Fantastic Four, because he was probably one of the better parts of that movie. Right?
The movie itself was bad.
Right, and so that's writing, that's producers. So I guess those two was that.
Right, but it can. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say, so if the writers don't care about what they're doing, because look at Brandon Routh, who is also getting a rare second chance because he's starring as Adam Man in the new Legends of Tomorrow, Heroes of Tomorrow.
On the TV show?
Yeah.
DC's Legends of Tomorrow?
Yeah, okay.
He's Black Adam?
No, Adam Man.
Oh, Adam Man.
Yes.
So he's DC's Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he's getting a rare second shot at the superhero thing, because he was Superman, and it's not like he was bad as Superman.
I didn't mind that movie. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Superman Returns?
No, it was Hot Street Train.
It was terrible.
Bad.
Superman fought an island. Like, no, that was a bad movie.
But like you were talking about, like, I don't think Brandon Routh was bad.
Right.
I feel like Affleck was horrible as Daredevil, and it was shitty writing on top of that.
Well,
yeah,
okay.
But I feel like Brandon Routh, it was not a great movie, bad writing, blah blah blah. But I think he could have done great with a little emo Superman,
but he was a really good Clark Kent, I thought.
Yeah, he was.
And Kevin Spacey was awesome as Lex. You know, I mean, I thought he had a really good run with that. So, but you know, but the writing was terrible, and you know, like I said, which was crazy in itself, because Bryan Singer directed it. Yeah. And Bryan Singer did X-Men 1 and 2, which everyone loves. I don't care, because I don't like either one of them.
Those movies are bad too. Well, no, but I mean, the other thing is, like, well, and that's like, I think that was really the turning point tide, because honestly, I guess everybody did like those movies, but
hold on. You like X-Men 1 and 2?
Yes.
They're terrible.
I think they were great.
They were okay at best.
I thought they were great.
X-Men 1 and 2, and then they were like X-Men 3, and then we're going to make a Wolverine movie, and we're going to call it X-Men 4, because all the X-Men movies are just about Wolverine. Fucking 5 other people on the team, but let's focus on Hugh Jackman.
I don't care. I sent Hugh Jackman a Valentine's Day card, so I don't
so they were okay at best.
Yeah.
I'll give that to you. Okay, so X-Men 1 and 2 were okay movies, directed by Bryan Singer.
No, they were actually horrible, and I was going to say that was kind of that was the end of the horrible superhero trend. And then after that, then I think there was a good tide that turned. And actually, even X-Men, the best thing they could have done was all their backstory and origin stuff. Just because I like Hugh Jackman, but I mean, like, James McAvoy and like Michael Fassbender are badasses, and
So much better.
For sure.
and but I mean anyway, what I was gonna say about like good acting or like I mean there's still times to the Ben Affleck Daredevil thing where you can have a good actor still act horrible. I mean Ed Norton is a genius actor, but he was a horrible Hulk.
Well, it's very true.
Can I just say something real quick? Hugh Jackman, if you're listening, that Transformer Valentine's card with the hair sample in there, that's mine. When you get it, just that's me.
I'm a Hugh Laurie fan myself, but
Hugh Laurie. The man's an incredible blues musician.
oh yeah, he is.
So good.
Okay, he is. God damn, I should spice some of that in. I'll have to go find some.
The guy cured cancer too, by the way.
So no,
Hugh Laurie.
so to your point, yeah, you're absolutely. And it took so long because I didn't mind Patrick Stewart as Professor X,
Right.
but like every other person cast in those three X-Men movies, those first three X-Men movies were just like I didn't understand.
Bad.
I mean, Hugh Jackman I get, but I've never really liked Wolverine. So everybody else, I'm like, Cyclops is like 3 feet shorter than he should be. Jean Grey is like fucking 20 years older than she should have been. You know, it's just like there was no
Halle Berry was like the only black actress around at the time, so they had to go with her for Storm.
right, which she did okay as Storm, but
That's
really,
racist.
how?
Yeah, but always with the PC shit, man. Get off that horse. Nobody cares anymore.
Fucking PC
You
principal
know,
over
Ian
here.
McKellen I think is a stud, but I mean, really, was he Magneto?
Sir Ian McKellen.
Sir Ian
thank
McKellen,
you.
you're absolutely right. I'm sorry about that.
You're absolutely right. Well, and that's I think like I don't know because I feel like another good example of people like that is I mean Halle Berry. I guess yeah she gets to be in the X-Men movies, but I mean like Catwoman. Ugh.
Oh my god,
And-
that was horrible.
And like and that's what I'm
I forgot
saying.
that
though.
movie was even made.
I
Yeah,
never,
so
saw, I
that's-
never saw that, and I'm gonna stick to that. I'm not gonna.
But that's the point is like now like but she can just keep making X-Men movies and be involved and make money. So like nowadays that used to be a career kill. I mean even think of like Val Kilmer. George Clooney survived, but Michael Keaton and Val Kilmer did not survive Batman. And it took Michael Keaton almost 20 years to recover. And Val Kilmer is irrelevant. But
I would
now
argue Michael Keaton did just fine.
Yeah, I would too. I don't think that.
I mean, he did-
Val Kilmer, yeah. I think George Clooney was fucking horrible, but I think Michael Keaton does.
Michael Keaton's a great Batman.
Yeah,
well, no,
those
I'm not
two-
saying he
Well,
was a
no,
good
I know-
Batman.
No, I know what you're saying, Bobby, but I mean, he did a lot of like mid comedies back in the 90s after Batman, like Simplicity and
Multiplicity.
Multiplicity. Sorry, I say Simplicity.
Well, it's simply
Stupid.
multiple. That's all.
Right, Multiplicity. You know, and there's another one. It's where he's staying at home as a dad, like Mr. Dad,
Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom. Thank you.
God,
but, like,
Jesus,
but
man.
these are-
Horrible in this.
Yeah, but these are all
Apparently, I'm a
horrible
huge Michael
movies.
Keaton fan.
Uh,
Multiplicity's hilarious.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It's not big though. It's not like he was in the
No,
big
yeah.
movie at a time and then he did nothing and then he fell into
What
fucking
big
drug
movie
problems and all kinds of shit.
What big movie did he do before Batman?
I don't personally know, but
Okay,
I mean,
so
Alright.
I mean, your point with Val Kilmer stands because he was in like, Top Gun and fucking what's the one?
Like,
Goddamn
Broken Arrow.
Real Genius. He wasn't in Broken Arrow.
Yeah, he was. Him
Was
and Christian Slater.
Yeah. You're
Wait,
thinking of Face Off.
But I think
What
no,
was
that's
John
John Travolta. But I think John Travolta is actually also in Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow.
Is he
Yeah.
also in Broken Arrow?
And I
Yeah.
think Tim's right.
Yeah, John Travolta was in Broken Arrow, not.
Oh, you know what movie? Because you know what Val Kilmer followed up Batman with Michael, the Guardian Angel.
Oh.
No, that's also John
John
Travolta.
Travolta, dude. No,
All right, if you want to throw out a fantastic
Hold
Val
on.
Kilmer movie, go with Top Secret.
Top Secret was really good.
Oh
Real
my
Genius
God.
was really good.
I've
But,
never
Kiss,
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yes, also really good.
Yeah,
After
but that movie didn't get any critical acclaim.
after Batman would have been The Saint, which I think was the last big movie he did.
That was
Oh,
a good movie.
Saint, yeah,
The Saint
shut-
was good.
Fuck that movie.
But anyway, what I'm trying to say though is that now anyway, what I'm saying is like I mean, who's stuck around the longest before? I mean, Michael Keaton probably, or maybe Adam West, but
Nicholas,
or like
Jack Nicholson.
as a Joker, but that's one time. What I'm trying to say is like now you can build not only a career, but like the most lucrative of career off of being in a superhero movie now.
Especially if your superhero movie turns
good.
into a franchise.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like Deadpool, they had no idea if it was going to do well or not, really. And
Well, I don't know that that's true because I think Ryan Reynolds knew if he got to do it his way, I think he knew that it would be successful on his
sure,
own.
but that doesn't. But I mean, but there's a reason that he wasn't like the only producer. Like everybody else didn't believe in it, and it's really a hard trend to cross to see if families, the people who typically like make these movies go from millions of dollars to hundreds of millions and potentially billion,
Right.
are families, you know.
I guess that's true, but they did give him. I mean, he had a lot of freedom. So, like, just before Deadpool dropped, he went out there and told parents not to take their kids to see the movie. So I mean, he's just like, don't go, don't give me more money because you're gonna ruin it for Deadpool 2. Don't bring your kids.
Right. I thought that was really good.
That was really good. But I mean, if you think of it from like an executive point of view. Like, how much freedom are you giving this person to tell people not to go see your movie?
But the thing is, though, I think that Deadpool was marketed better than any movie I think I've ever seen.
It was so good.
Because like the Valentine's Day stuff and the time of release, and I even think that went against them. I think that's I think Ryan Reynolds is a good guy, but I think in general the marketing is there by saying, hey, this movie is so bad, don't take your children. And then people are going to be like, now I need to see what this movie's all the fuck about.
I've only seen marketing this good one other time. But the movie was not as good. And that was Snakes on a Plane.
Oh my god, their marketing campaign was incredible.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was just the movie was terrible.
I feel like that shouldn't have been brought up, but alright.
What? That movie was... I saw that movie on opening day. It was hilarious.
Right? Well, I mean, because the marketing campaigns, like, remember, you could call and have them call and leave a voicemail for someone else, and it would be Samuel L. going, hey, motherfucker, you need to go see Snakes on a Plane! And then, like, leave them a message. It was hilarious.
But now, like, I mean, dude, Deadpool's already smashed it, fucking box office, and they've already broken numerous records too, and that movie, there's no way that movie does not get franchised now. So,
well, you're talking reverse psychology right there, though, too. You go fucking, hey, don't go see this movie. It's not gonna be safe for your kids. Well, of course, that's gonna make people go, really? Why? Now I gotta go see it.
Right. Well, yeah, but you don't break box office records in the morning by people seeing it once. I mean, everyone went back and saw it again.
Right, but
since I haven't seen it and I hear all you fuckers tell me how many goddamn good lines on there.
Speaking of,
it makes it so that you have to go see it multiple times to fucking just get all those one-liners, so that being dudes that we are, we can quote them in the office or at home or fucking wherever. But, so we have to go see it multiple times.
On stupid podcasts that they do.
Yes.
But you know what though? I mean, I will say, like, I don't know how it was for you guys. I know you guys saw it opening night, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't, but I saw it on Valentine's Day. But I will say that this is not an exaggeration. Never in my life have I had the experience that I had on. Me and my girlfriend went to see it, and we were gonna go see a 1:00 showing of it. Went to the theater about 12:30, and there was a line out the door around the theater. And so we just walked right in, and we just walked to the counter, and we're like, what the fuck's everybody waiting for? And they were like, oh, they're all in line for Deadpool. And so we were like, it's okay, so it's sold out. And they're like, yeah, they're doing showings every half an hour of the day. And we went at 1:00, and the next available showing was at 7:30 that night. And we called other theaters around to see where we could see it, and none of them they were all busy until the evening time. And so we had to drive to a theater that we wanted to go to, and then buy the tickets at like 2:00, and then wait to go see it. And so it was fucking nuts. And we're like trying to use Fandango, you couldn't find seats or anything. So I mean, I've never experienced something like that it's Valentine's Day, but it's a fucking Sunday. The movie's been released for 2 days. It's the opening weekend, but I mean, it's still a movie. It's not like it's the fucking episode 1 of Star Wars, Yeah.
So
like so that's what. Yeah. So I'm saying, like, that was insane.
No, that was really nuts. But for all the comic book fans out there, Ryan Reynolds is already talking about putting together an X-Force movie. And I think that's fucking awesome because, if Deadpool becomes the franchise he wants to be, then he can launch into his own Avengers-type movie with X-Force.
Which is a more mature X-Men.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, one thing I was going to say, too, I don't mean to step on your toes here. I just remembered my point. All of these lines of people at these theaters, and we went to saw it was still sold out again. They were all families. It was not just like a theater of adult people. It was all like young couples and wives and kids and old people. I mean, it was like I was going to see a new fucking like Disney movie that had been widespread released.
That's out of control.
That's crazy.
That's irresponsible.
Yeah. But
our theater was packed too. It was ours was a little weird. There were people there dressed like Harley Quinn, and I was like, "Why are you dressed like Harley Quinn? This is a Marvel movie."
Right.
So awkward.
It was so strange,
Weirdos.
But everybody was pumped about it. And it was.
We didn't
packed.
see the Suicide Squad trailer at ours, did we?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh shit, I haven't seen this trailer yet, but I heard a lot about it.
Oh,
and
that's
we
right.
were talking about it.
Yeah, it's really
because it shows Harley Quinn being rescued from the acid by Joker, which supposedly,
right,
which everybody's up in arms about because that takes away from the power of
Which is
Harley
so
Quinn's
dumb,
backstory, blah,
because
blah,
no one
blah.
knows anything. Anyway.
Nobody knows shit.
Yeah, it's stupid.
The power of Christ compels you.
No, it doesn't.
So, Deadpool is a good movie. You should go check it out, Dick. I think you'll like it.
Dick wants to go.
Everybody wants to. Everybody should go see it. No, it's honestly it's really fucking hilarious, and I can be that person to say I have never in my life read a fucking single Deadpool comic. The only thing I ever even heard about this person was from friends telling me how excited this movie was going to be made. Didn't know a fucking thing about him, and I fucking loved it. Also, we definitely, I don't know if you saw this, Brent, but we were in Vancouver when they were shooting the film, and there are a couple scenes that I do recall us passing. I mean, we walked right through a set. I mean, they weren't filming, but we walked right through a set when they were getting ready to film in downtown. But a couple of the scenes, like the highway chase scene, is definitely the highway that you drive over into from the mainland to go to the downtown island that we stayed at. So it was really fucking cool to see all that shit, to know that we were there.
Nice.
It's dope.
So go check it out. Definitely go see it, and then hit us up and tell us what you think about it. Unless you disagree with us, and I don't want to hear from you. That's not true.
We want to hear from you no matter
We
what.
want to hear from you no matter what. So we're gonna
And
take.
then make fun of you for it.
Yeah, well, that goes without saying. So to close this out, I will say that I haven't talked to him. We saw it with him. I didn't get. Oh, he did tell us. So to close this out, I will say that to rate this movie on the Dave scale, it was an 8 out of 10 on the Dave scale, which is
What?
pretty high ranking.
Why are you
That's-
not? Why does it?
He
why is it
never
not-
rates anything higher than an 8.
No,
8 is the
8 out of
highest.
10 for him is 10 out of 10 for everybody else. So
Oh, okay.
we,
That guy's so queer.
yeah, it's Dave. We let him do what he needs to do. It's fine.
And I mean that, and like he's a weirdo. He's just a weird guy. I don't even know why we do the podcast with him.
Because he
Weird
likes
dude.
rainbows.
A little fucking twink.
So, with that having been said, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with some more Ignorant Rants. And we're back, because that's what I do. I sneak up on you. And so, yeah.
Good gracious.
It's getting hot in here.
So hot.
So,
Take off all your clothes.
It's so hot.
I'm gonna take my clothes off.
Good gracious, that's bodacious.
Corn? I don't
Okay,
remember
so-
eating any corn.
Bobby,
Yes, sir.
someone is destroying your childhood, and you are not happy about it.
God fucking damn it.
I love
Those
it.
are the real shit right now.
The best rants always start this way.
Oh my God. Anybody who knows me knows I love two things. That's blowjobs
And
and,
cock.
and Harry fucking Potter.
And if you get them both at the same time, nothing's better.
Nothing's better. That's straight euphoria. But
That's very true. One time he got those things at the same time, passed out for 3 days. I had to go wake him up.
everybody
With a
thought
kiss.
my dead. My heart rate was dangerously low.
That's right. Only the kiss from his true love. And
Oh,
I wake him up every time.
oh, every time.
Except
Oh,
I don't kiss him on the lips.
Right.
Right. Because
What?
one of his favorite things is blowjobs.
Duh.
The only way to bring him out of a blowjob coma is with another blowjob. How does that make sense? It just does.
Jesus, it's another one. I'm awake.
Just stand at attention quickly.
Wait.
Okay, but we're not talking about blowjobs.
We are not. We're talking about the person who fucking didn't blow me and ass raped me.
Wow.
JK Rowling, better known as, I don't know, Peter Jackson or George Lucas or some shit. Really my big qualm here, and I'm going to try and remember word for word what I posted when we were like, what are we going to talk about? And I said how J.K. Rowling and Peter Jackson were the same shitty person who were intent on fucking up my childhood.
Yep,
And
that's-
so hopefully I'm not going to fuck up the show by talking about this, because I'm not intent on doing that to you, Tim.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, so if you haven't heard, then J.K. Fuckface Rowling is releasing an 8th Harry Potter book.
How many middle names does this girl need?
She has all of them.
All of them.
Okay, but to be fair, the 8th book is based off of a stage play they've been working on for years.
When she finished the 7th book, she said she was not going to write any more into the Harry Potter Chronicle.
Which was dumb because didn't she immediately write fucking Fantastical Creatures and Beasts or whatever?
Those are everything she wrote after that, like the Beetle and the Bard and stuff. Those were all books that were mentioned in the Harry Potter series.
Right, they weren't.
Well, that's
stories
still
about Harry Potter and his
but it's
characters.
still in the Harry Potter lore.
Yeah, but it's part of it. That doesn't bother me. And to be honest, I never even read those fucking things because I don't even care. But
Okay, fair enough.
But when the 7th book ended, I know that there's a lot of people who were kind of mad about it, but I thought that series was perfect, and I thought the 7th book was the fucking perfect end to that shit. And I thought that her little afterword there, a few pages at the end, was perfect. You know, give you a little bit of the taste of what the future's like for these people. Move the fuck on. And now she's gonna come out with an 8th one, and I have a big problem with this. I really do, because I've been reading Harry Potter since I was in 3rd fucking grade. And the movies already damn near fucked up the whole entire series for me because they're so bad. And they're horrible.
I still stand by Goblet of Fire.
No. I considered it, but no.
Goblet of Fire was good. I will argue that the 5th one did ruin the book because the 5th one was my favorite book. Order of the Phoenix, thank you. Was my favorite one, and I thought the movie totally trashed it. But I thought Goblet of Fire was good.
I thought Goblet of Fire was my favorite book, so the movie was nowhere on par.
Oh, well, then that's what happened. You need to lower your expectations.
Well, I thought Ginny was a little hot piece of redhead ass, so I don't know what you're gonna say.
And that's fine. But no, here's my biggest gripe with it. Okay, this is my biggest fucking problem with it.
On Ignorant Rants. Dick couldn't be here tonight. He was arrested for child pornography.
Chris Hansen said, "Hey, have a seat."
No, I can't fucking stand that she. For one, I'm going to put this out there. I'm not going to read this book. I will not read this book. And really, if you think about it, no one should, because in what world is she going to make something more epic and entertaining than the most evil, badass motherfucker to ever live, who's capable of destroying everyone, enslaving the world, and killing all of humanity, and the only person who can stop it is some little fucking doofus boy who can't even see without glasses. And the only reason he can do it is because of some nonsensical fucking curse that just so happened to fucking happen. But it's like an epic fucking tale, right? You have like the worst of the worst and the unlikely of the unlikely to combine together to fucking conquer all evil. And what you gonna do? Like, oh man, there's somebody who robbed a wizard bank. How will they ever get away with it? Boring ass fucking nonsense. And I equate her to Peter fucking Jackson because she cannot write to save her life unless it's Harry Potter. All her other ventures have been horrible. And just like Peter Jackson, who's a shit terrible director, who's like, oh, I'll just do Lord of the Rings, and then gets big, and then does shit terrible movies, and then is like, I guess I should go back to The Hobbit. This is exactly what JK Rowling's doing. And I did like the Lord of the Rings series and The Hobbit before those movies came out. And so both those guys are just intent on ass fucking each other and then just destroying me personally. Fuck them.
That's a bold statement.
Wow.
Bobby. I'm going to disagree with you. Because,
Are you?
Yes, I am, because I, too, very much enjoy the Harry Potter books. I read them every other year. I go through and read the series again as a whole, because I'm a real fan.
I do too, you fuck.
Oh, okay.
That was never in question. You never even asked me. You just assumed, you prick.
I wasn't assuming anything.
Man, someone's being a little cunty right now.
Jesus. Well, knock it off, and then we can do the show. So, and I'm very much looking forward to knowing what happens afterwards, because I'm one who doesn't. I don't want to leave it alone. I want to go back and see what happened. I want to see 450 pages of his sons wandering through Hogwarts and fucking know what's going on. I'm happy about it. I would be happy if she wrote a book every 4 years until she died.
Jesus,
and then I'll be mad because then she wouldn't finish the series that she was working on.
Jesus fucking Christ. This is going to happen to all you Game of Thrones guys when that old fat fuck just falls over dead.
You shut your fucking mouth, because there would be nothing more devastating.
Oh, wouldn't there? There wouldn't?
No,
Our
nothing.
Fucking, if our president got assassinated, that wouldn't be worse than some fat fucking white man with a beard dying of old age.
Oh, this is really funny coming from one of the people who are constantly bashing the president. So don't act like you give two shits if he was.
Well, I'm not saying I would. I'm saying
Thank
for
you.
you. I'm saying
Well,
for you.
Yeah, so now you know how much Game of Thrones means to me.
I saw
apparently
a
nothing.
great shower thought the other day that was like, George Railroad Martin is taking his time writing the final book because he realized that the one thing he could do to hurt his fans more than killing off their favorite characters was to die himself before the books were finished.
Killing off their favorite author. That's a
Okay.
bold move, George.
Brent, how much do I love Naruto?
Almost as much as I do.
Okay.
Wait, oh, hold on. Lev what?
Naruto.
Oh,
Naruto.
Naruto, yeah.
Not
No,
no.
no.
Fuck you. Fuck you right in your stupid mouth.
What?
So,
You're doing it on purpose.
Doing what? Talking about how much you guys like Naruto?
Stop it! You're saying his name wrong.
Oh, fuck's
only-
sake. Oh, you guys are Japanese now? Get the fuck out of here.
are we not?
I
Oh
do
my
have
god.
Japanese heritage, so fuck
For
yourself.
for somebody who just freely and pleasurably can drop the name of 10,000 Japanese game developers, oh, that's a great game. It's from Hikashakwana Mamakana. You're gonna sit
Oh,
over
are
here
you
and
talking
say,
about Shigeru Miyamoto or Hideo Kojima?
oh, there you go. Yeah, you fucking twat. Listen here.
Keiji Inafune. I mean, what do you want?
I'm ignoring this, and so what I'm gonna say is that Naruto is
Yes.
my favorite of all favorite animes, and it's badass as shit. And I love that series, and it went on for fucking ever, almost
Okay,
10
hold
years
on.
almost 10 years of manga.
Okay, yeah, no. Just confession real quick. I know how much you guys like that show, and I do say it wrong just to piss you off, and I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we
for that.
know that.
What? How is?
But how is that ever in question?
I just wanted to get that off my chest. Go ahead.
Oh my
10
God.
years of manga.
You son of a
Selfish.
bitch.
Selfish.
You
Like-
fucking asshole.
Like we would sit here and be like, "Oh my God, you have been? That's crazy."
How many times have we tried to teach you to do it right?
It's like, she's 4 years old. What kind of secret does she have for me? Oh my god, an abortion? That's horrible.
I don't have a whole lot to contribute because I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, but I banged a Japanese girl once.
Good for
Well,
you, son.
Congratulations.
Okay, so
Was this
so
back
you're a
in
big
Nam?
fan of Naruto.
Good for you. Naruto. And Naruto ended perfectly, and it was a great ending, and it went on for a long time, but they did eventually wrap it up. All good things must come to an end. And in case in point, Bleach and One Piece, which are the two other most popular mangas, are still chugging along, and they're dropping in ratings and sales because no one wants to fucking read something that never has an end in sight. But Naruto had a good end. It wrapped up. It was perfect. It was brilliant. And now, here's a fucking Japanese name for you, sir. Not Kishimoto, the author. Thank you. The author of Naruto, Masashi Kishimoto.
Okay, Kishimoto-san, give him some respect.
Right. Sama.
Oh, that works too.
He's not writing this, but they did pick up like a new series, new writing, and new episodes called Boruto, which is the story of Naruto's son. And
Boruto.
no,
Oh my
Boruto. So no, but I won't watch it all. And everybody, although I do have a few friends that are Naruto fans, and they're like, "Oh, did you check us out?" And I'm like, "Fuck no, man! I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time with that shit."
That's not fair though, because if you look at Dragon Ball was really good all by itself. But if you would have just stopped at the end and refused to keep going, you would have missed out on all the goodness that was Dragon Ball Z.
I refute you.
Okay. Do you have anything to back up your refutation?
Yes, I do. Because Dragon Ball did not go on for fucking 20 years or 10 years before Dragon Ball Z came out.
It went from the time Goku was like 6 to the time he had a kid.
Right,
So
but each episode wasn't representative of a single day in his life.
No, just a single week of his life.
Oh man, that's
I don't
crazy.
know that that's true.
I don't think that's true. Because I remember him being a child and then one day just being a full grown ass man who was just like, gonna get me some pussy.
I think Dragon Ball ended with him as a child, and Dragon Ball Z just picked up with him like 10 years later.
Yeah.
I also don't know if that's true.
Naruto did a similar thing, where Naruto ended with Naruto being 13, and then the continuation of it, Shippuden, started with him being 16, 3 years in.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Arigato.
I'm sorry, Brent. I can't help it. I have a problem. Okay, so I don't mind the continuations if it gets me back. I mean, up until a couple years ago when Disney trampled on all my dreams. That was all the books in the Star Wars Expanded Universe was just like, hey, we know how much you like Star Wars. Come back to the universe and see everything that's happened since. And I couldn't get enough of that. So show me what happens afterwards. I'm all about. Let me get back into this universe I enjoy so much spending time in.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine, but what I'm saying is you can't rewrite an epic that way. And the difference between the extended universe is that's a collaboration of different people doing their own things. I'm not going to infringe on the right of another person to add to something in a fan fiction sort of way that just so happens to be published. I mean, that's your fucking right. But as the author, as the artiste, the creator, then you're becoming, to keep rehashing shit is almost as pompous as the word artiste.
But is it rehashing if you're just going later? I mean, what if it's a good story?
It couldn't be a good story.
Because you're already throwing it down because you're basing it off of the great stories that already came. That's like saying Stephen King never should have written anything because he finished Dark Tower. That was his opus. You're done. Don't write anything else. But he's had some amazing books come out since.
Yeah, but once again, he does different stories, man. It's not like it'd be different if JK Rowling kept just releasing different, like totally different books.
But this one's not about Harry Potter. It's about the kid.
It's hardly.
How is that hardly?
What hardships could that kid go through that would be anywhere on fucking level? With does he get stuck in a Japanese internment camp?
Why does it have to be on level? Why can't it be a different character with different struggles?
Because Harry Potter was a fucking epic, bro. It was a Shakespearean fucking epic.
Harry Potter wasn't even the chosen one, and I still believe that.
You think Neville stuttering fuckface Longbottom was?
Hey,
I'm sorry, spoilers.
You said Harry Potter was the unlikeliest of unlikely heroes, and I argue that's not true. Neville was.
No, I think that Neville, if he hadn't watched his parents been tortured, who were like the lead R'ers, he would have been much more powerful than Harry was.
There you go, the chosen one.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Harry Potter was the most unlikely.
No, because Voldemort, I'll say his name,
what?
did in fact do that in front of Neville. Neville became the unlikeliest of unlikely heroes.
I think you're splitting hairs here because the prophecy had to start the day of the child's birth.
Did it, or did it start the day that Voldemort marked the other one as his equal?
What in the fuck are you even rambling about now?
Hey, don't fuck with me. The prophecy said that the Dark Lord will mark the Chosen One as his equal, which is what the scar means. He could have easily have done it to Neville. Don't fuck with me on this bullshit. You don't know more about
he couldn't have. It wouldn't have happened to Neville because the only reason that Harry was protected was because of his mother's love.
But it wasn't the protection that caused the prophecy. It was the Dark Lord marking him as his equal. That was the prophecy.
The prophecy didn't
start. 7th month after the new year will be marked by the Dark Lord as his equal.
You sound like the fucking Bible right now. But no, that doesn't prove anything. Goddammit, we're not talking
everything.
No, it doesn't, because fucking Professor Bullshit Trelawney had the fuck. It wasn't like one day Voldemort's like, there's gonna be someone who I respect one day, and then the fucking vision comes to her head. She said the vision, and Voldemort got wind of it, and then he made the move on it.
Right.
It was Harry all along. So you're telling me that if he had gone to Neville, it would have been the same fucking story?
Except Neville would have been Neville Longbottom and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Except that Neville Longbottom would have been killed.
No, he would have finished.
No, because his parents couldn't even stop Bellatrix Lestrange. How the fuck would Neville Longbottom stop Voldemort?
With his superior skills in fucking pottery.
Probably.
Get it? Pottery? It's a pun.
He makes a nice bug. He makes a nice bug.
I'm gonna have to back Tim on this one. Not about the Neville Longbottom shit, because that's just ridiculous. But
thank you.
I feel him on the continuation of stories, or not even necessarily the continuation of a story, but other stories happening in that universe. I'm a big fan of that. There are times where I get really excited about sequels that are coming out, or holy shit, this person's bringing this character back for another book or something like that. And I think that's a lot of fun because it's a character I enjoy, it's a storyline I enjoy, it's a universe I really like. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with JK Rowling writing another wizarding tale.
Do you know what the mark of a great book is? The mark of a great book is when you finish that book and all you want is to know more, and you want more to happen, and you know you can't fucking have it.
That's writing 101.
Yeah,
but...
well, yeah, and that's also not true because after I finished Game of Thrones, I was like, Jesus, I need more. Oh, look, Clash of Kings is out. I'm gonna go pick this up. See what I did there? Continuation.
You did.
Kept going.
No,
Same
but he's writing a series though. That'd be like when you read the fourth Harry Potter book, you were like, man, I really can't wait to read the fifth one.
So let's say Winds of Winter comes out. That's the book he's working on now.
Who is?
And then George Railroad Martin. He's working on Winds of Winter. And then A Song for Spring is supposed to wrap up that entire series. And then that's supposed to be it. 7 books, and then we're done. Mm-hmm. If he writes that and I read it, and I'm like, okay, that was a book. And I read it. And then he's like, all right, I'm going to write another one about fucking some random person in here, and we're going to keep going with it. I'm going to be all about it. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Railroad Martin, for giving me more in this universe I want to play in.
Oh my god, there's so much better things to be done.
Oh, like what?
Why not let the old fuck start on a new epic, man?
What? How do you know that won't be the start of a new epic?
If it's a continuation of the same storyline, just let it fucking finish, man.
But it's not.
Give the people closure and move on.
But see, and that's what the case. This new Harry Potter book is not a continuation. It's not, because it's not about Harry Potter.
It's partially about Harry Potter.
About the first child.
Yeah, or
is it actually about his?
We don't know. That's a good point. We don't know who it's about.
Okay, so that begs the question here. Bobby's talking about this being a continuation. Is it actually a continuation, or is she writing a whole other story about? Yeah. How is it a continuation to you if you don't know what the plot of the book is?
Right, it's set 19 years later, so it could be about anything. It could be about his son going to Hogwarts and then meeting the cursed child, and then it just fucking goes crazy from there.
It might not have wizards in it at all.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say his son going to Harvard, and I thought that's
well, that would be a neat change too.
That's weird.
I think we lost Robert.
No, I'm right here. I'm actually no. I know you're gonna hate me for this, but I'm looking up the synopsis so I can read it to you.
Fuck out of here! This is not Back Pass.
Yeah.
No, because you keep saying it has nothing to do with Harry Potter, and it does.
Oh, well, so we're fact checking now, huh?
All right, what does it say?
Welcome to Ignorant Snopes.
What is
listen to this though. I'm gonna read you this shit because you're wrong about this not being this.
Fucking homework before you started this show, Robert.
No, I did. No, the thing is that I already know what it's about, but you keep telling me I'm wrong, so I'm reading it to you.
What is it about?
This is on. Thank you. This is on Pottermore, which is the official Harry Potter website.
Before you start reading, butterfly in the sky.
Okay. I can fly twice as high.
Take a look.
It's in a book.
A reading rainbow.
Okay, read us the story, Robert.
It has always been difficult being Harry Potter, and it isn't much easier now that he is an overworked employee of the Ministry of Magic, a husband, and a father of 3 school-aged children.
Oh, I totally relate to all this.
Mm-hmm.
While Harry grapples with a past that refuses to stay where it belongs, his youngest son Albus must struggle with the weight of a family legacy he never wanted. As past and present fuse ominously, both father and son learn the uncomfortable truth that sometimes darkness comes from unexpected places. It's a fucking another Harry Potter book.
I mean, I'm jazzed now. I mean,
God damn it!
Can I just say I've never read a single book, but I want to read this one.
Right? Sounds good, doesn't it?
This sounds great.
God damn it, Dick! Somebody's got to get on the side of the right one here.
You're all.
Hey, if it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, my friend, you might be wrong.
It's a blue duck.
It's a blue duck.
Classic movie, bro.
Just saying, any chance to jump back into a universe that I spent so much time in, I'm all about.
Some things are better finished, my friend.
No, like what? Name
Harry Potter.
Okay, well that's clearly wrong. Name another one. Right now, you're telling me right now, if they were like, "Hey, we're going to release another Star Wars movie," you're like, "Nope, it was done. We don't need to go back there."
No,
wrong, because we went and saw it.
No, but the thing is that the idea was already originally that there were going to be 9 Star Wars movies. So
that's not true at all.
That is true.
What if JK Rowling's idea originally was to continue Harry Potter's story?
But her original thing, she came out after Harry Potter and said, "I will not write any more Harry Potter books," and she hasn't for fucking 7 or 8 years.
What if that's the ploy?
Yeah, maybe she just said that so people would not ask her. She'll do it when she wanted to.
Right. That way it didn't feel rushed.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it just... Some things are better left finished, man. You don't need to keep adding to someone's storyline. There is nothing that will happen in Harry's life in this book that will be anywhere near the grand epic scale. The 7th book finished with that goddamn straight up bloodbath showdown in the Great Hall with him and Voldemort circling each other while everyone's watching. and then he goes and fixes his fucking wand, destroys the Elder Wand, and book over. That is epic as shit. And leave it there, man. Leave my memories feeling fresh as fucking epic as hell.
No, we're not saying that that's not epic. What I'm saying
was
is
the bloodbath and all that?
One of the twins.
No, he said between Voldemort and Harry Potter.
No. I said bloodbath first, and then I said bloodbath first, and then those two squaring off.
Okay, all right.
So, you saying, realize Harry Potter, JK Rowling, and her stories is fictional, but what you're doing is you're saying that
they're autobiographical
because Harry Potter, at the age of 17 or 18, had already experienced the most epic thing that he could possibly experience, that his life should be over.
Right.
So
Yeah,
really what you're saying is that the epilogue to that 7th book should have been everyone at Harry Potter's funeral because he hung himself because he realized that he would never ever experience anything close to life like what he had.
I'm sorry, I'm just not as excited as you guys are for Harry Potter 13 tax season.
Oh my god, dude, that sounds awesome.
How is he going to do his taxes? He's got wizard gold and regular money.
Yeah,
does he have to pay taxes on the interest of that gold?
Do you think
Does
that
it
wizards are
like
Democrats
state
or are they
incomes?
socialists?
Like if I had a job in 2 different states and I have to file taxes for both states, does it work like that for his wizarding earnings and his regular?
Well, wizards are obviously socialists because.
No, I think they're well, yeah, they probably are because they're pro wand.
Oh, here's a question.
Well, nobody.
Does he pay taxes to both the Ministry of Magic and to the regular British government?
Because I feel like that would be like a crushing weight.
Right.
To have to raise children and work a job and pay taxes to 2 different forms of government.
Right, and
this is a story right here.
Like,
J.K. Rowling, if you're listening,
you can have this.
Please write a story about Harry Potter.
Do you think that when he does his taxes, he just complains and says, or do you think when him and his wife get in arguments, he goes and right before he slams the door and peels out in his broomstick, he goes, "Man, I wish I was back in the Chamber of Secrets facing a basilisk. At least I could have handled that."
No, he's off to the Ministry of Magic to find the prophecy that says the tax code will mark the other one as his equal.
That'd be some shit. I'll tell you what, I would read an 8th Harry Potter book if it was about Harry Potter taking his rightful place in the throne of evil and picking up Voldemort's legacy.
Well, that synopsis did say darkness comes from unexpected places.
I'll finish what you started, grandfather. Oh!
Right.
Blew some minds.
Boom. Fucking boom.
I mean,
there's the curse of
but the thing that you were forgetting here is that Harry Potter as an adult is like still before our time currently.
What do you mean?
Like the series happened in the 90s, right? Like it took place then. So I guess it depends on how old they make him, but there's a real chance that this if he's like 30, it'll be like 2009.
Do wizards use Twitter?
I don't know. It was always actually kind of baffling. I never understood in the story why they rejected everything human.
Cell phones. You really
right?
to them.
Like Ron's dad's like, "What is this, a computer?" And it's like, "Yeah, it's the internet, you fucking moron. Get with the times."
Well, like, I don't want to say anything about the human world because they're kind of dumb, but these cell phones are kind of nice.
Right. Like quick contact. You don't have to find. Oh fuck, where's the fireplace? There's no. I don't have any fireplace in here. Little Harry Potter humor for you.
That's pretty good.
Anyway, no, fuck that shit, man. I mean, fuck that shit.
Well, we're excited, so.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited. Well, you know what you do when you're excited? You shut the fuck up.
Get out of here.
That's what I'd do. I'd shut the fuck up.
Dick, what do you have to say about this?
I've got $1 in my pocket.
Oddly enough,
Okay.
Dick, you said more about Deadpool what you hadn't seen than you said during our conversation about JK Rowling, and I really felt like you had every chance to take a shot at the British during this whole thing, but you never did.
Bad teeth.
Worse weather.
It's not that bad.
The weather's actually quite delightful. I love a stormy Sunday.
Old foggy London town.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up. So, I mean, in conclusion,
read J.K.
We're not doing child labor anymore.
No, we're just wrapping this bit up before we take a quick break.
Hey, our next
fucking up my show, aren't you?
our next segment is definitely not about child labor.
Spoilers. We'll be right back. Damn it. Some more ignorant rants. Maybe. Kinda.
Good gracious ass bodacious.
take the reins on that. I'll take it myself.
Wait, we're back?
And right off into the sunset. Thanks for listening. And now, we're going to talk about something that's very serious.
And very dear to your heart.
Not dear to my heart. No, I don't give a shit either way. But well, we're going to talk about something that's very serious and does affect millions of people in this world. And in typical fashion, we're just going to fucking run a train wreck all over it. Child labor. Yeah. A lot of chuckles around the table.
Woo! Just getting right into it.
How do you feel about child labor?
I'm all for it.
Oh, okay.
I just think that give them something to learn young, a skill they can use, later on in life, and whatever. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna probably get a lot of hate mail if y'all knew where the fuck to send it.
Dick Siemens at hotmail.com.
Yeah. No, but teach those little fuckers how to do something. That's all.
Right,
God
well,
damn it.
I mean, I'm saying economically, it's providing jobs, right?
Okay, all right. Then I'm going to be the one to have to be like, fuck
Okay,
you
hold
guys.
on. Because
Right.
if they're working, right, then child crime is down, teen pregnancy is down.
Drug
you know
use.
what I'm saying? Teen drug use is down. I mean, these are all benefits, clearly tangible benefits to having children work.
At what age are we talking?
The earlier, the better.
5, 6.
As soon as they can pull the handle in that machine factory they're working in, I think.
Yeah.
Is, hey, look, I'm just saying my Nikes aren't making themselves.
Oh my god. So before everybody on this fucking set, sans Brent, who hasn't made his opinion known yet, goes straight to fucking hell. I just let you guys.
For wanting to give third world countries a tangible export and make some money? Shit, you're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, that's all good stuff except for the fun civil fucking wars.
It doesn't have to.
But it always does.
And I'm
we're-
pretty sure Thailand's not in a civil war right now.
Yeah, we're not talking about child soldiers. That's,
and I'm
that's
not
on
talking
next. That's
Right,
our next
and I'm not talking about child minors because that's just wrong.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
talking. Yeah, blood diamonds are not good. I'm just talking about, like I said, my Nikes aren't making themselves, and if it provides Thailand with a valuable export, what's the problem
I say that's a win-win.
for everybody?
For
Coney
every-
2016.
What?
Coney 2016.
I get what you're saying, Brent, and I wish I knew what side you landed on this, but no, I've never purchased.
I'm a man of many mysteries.
I have never purchased a set of Toms in my life because those shoes are made by children, and their whole fucking marketing campaign is for every pair you buy, we give one to like a fucking homeless person when they have children making their fucking shoes. Fuck those guys. Fuck Tom.
Are they giving them wages?
I'm sure they give them a nickel.
Okay,
That's better than nothing.
I didn't ask fair wages. I just asked wages.
Yeah.
My God, man, my chest hair wants to choke you right now.
Well, too bad you don't have any.
What?
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
He's
God
got.
damn.
What would we call that? A bushel?
That's definitely.
What? I'll have you know, I've had numerous gay men who didn't work until they were legally of age tell me that I was a bear. Oh yeah, I'm a bear.
So were they of legal age to work when they told you this?
No, they were. They
Because I'm
were.
fairly certain Chris Hansen's listening.
Look, damn the little brown hands that make your Nikes. Look, I'm fine if you
Let's see, you might want to elaborate on that a little
Why
bit.
did you go brown?
Okay, look. If you wanted to talk about enslaving a nation of people and for the sake of capitalism,
Whoa! It's not what I'm saying.
I'm on board. But if you want to talk about illegally forcing these children to work 12-hour days in a factory,
Also, not what I'm saying.
Yeah. We're
All
talking
I'm
about.
saying is that kids working is okay.
We're talking about full benefits equals like
they
lollipops.
do not
and,
get full benefit. Who are you people?
I'm not saying that sweatshops are okay. I'm just saying that if a 12-year-old wants to work, give them a wage and send them off to work. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay,
You're
but how many?
out, sir.
Listen, this isn't Mexico where the little kids have to work to feed their fucking family because their parents aren't around.
Well,
We're
maybe
talking-
if they had more kids working on an export that Mexico could throw out there besides drugs and immigrants, then maybe they would have a better economy.
How are you?
It's as an export.
How are you a Democrat?
I'm sorry, what, Bobby?
How are you a Democrat?
I think we've already answered this question.
He's a Dino.
He's a Dino.
Democrat in name only.
Ooh, I like that a lot.
I like that, except that's not me. So
There is no place in the world that
because if you had kids working and they were paying taxes, and the taxes were funding welfare programs, just saying.
Oh, that's very socialist of you.
Yeah.
AKA
Democratic. Thank you.
Democratic, yes.
You're
All right,
welcome.
let's listen to your comrade Tim.
There
There is no
commies, is it?
All right.
commies, is it? There's no place in the world that has child labor that those kids are just like, you know what? I think it's time for me to work and enjoy work. They're being fucking forced into these places.
That's not true.
That's totally true.
That's not true.
Okay, so wait. So
I'll
what?
say- hold on.
what-
Let me refute him real quick. Right here in the good old United States, it's called Hollywood. You're telling me that all those little
True
kids
that.
don't want to be acting? Yes, they do. You're telling me they're not being paid for that? Yes, they are. You're telling me there's not laws in place that keeps them from being overworked? There are. You're welcome.
So that has nothing.
There's the tiaras. Those
That-
girls do not want to be in beauty pageants.
Yes,
That
I
has
Want them to be in beauty pageants.
okay. Hollywood in the media is the fucking smallest sample possible to use in this because they're probably less than 1% of all child workers in the world. And since obviously you're using that one example to back, but your first example was your Nikes aren't going to make themselves, and those kids that make your Nikes are certainly not getting millions of dollars to be in fucking movies and enjoying it. They're not walking down red carpets into their fucking smoke-filled factory jobs where they get emphysema.
But you know what they are doing?
Being
Eating.
productive cities of society.
They're eating. Yeah.
There
Eating what? Coal?
No, you can't eat coal. That's
You
what you
can.
use the heat.
Yeah, that's not
They're
true. I ate
mining
it
the
once.
coal for the heat.
There, so I don't have any problem with like these like really fucking like I guess like not Native Americans, but like native fucking like people that are just like hunters and farmers. Yeah, do what you do to survive. But if you live in a society that has the ability to have the internet or make phone calls, then children should not be working until they are of the mind to be able to make the decision, which is why I believe it is in America is 14 years old is when you are allowed to actually work.
I think actually it's up to the states.
It is up to the states. But what if you were to create like a free speech zone at each workplace?
That's good.
Does that help?
I like this.
Like on their breaks, not when they're making those Nikes.
No.
Because I don't want to hear a goddamn word out of those little
Right.
bastards. But if you get like a break, and we'll say what, one a week. So we'll say one break a week, right? And that during that break, they have a little free speech zone, like those little college faggots that are going on right now. And does that help?
Brent,
Robert?
I need you to start talking because I can't handle this anymore.
How are you a fan? How are you a fan of capitalism if you don't want people to make money any way they can?
I'm a fan of pure, unadulterated free market capitalism. And free market capitalism...
So you're telling me that if a 12-year-old had a bomb-ass idea to invent something and get it out there and you're like, no, you are not old enough. You take your internet that you just invented and you get it the fuck out of here because you are not old enough.
No, I'm saying if a child wants to work and they're not being pressured or forced or blackmailed into working...
That's what I'm talking about.
Here's
That
what
doesn't-
you're doing, Tim.
We're
You're
not-
dealing in absolutes.
That's all.
And
Have you
only
met
a
me?
Sith deals in absolutes.
Get out of here.
No,
You know who else does? Superman.
can I make
Superman's a pussy.
I just want to make it.
Yeah, he is.
You know who else deals in absolutes? Batman.
Dick,
Also-
talk to me.
I know. I was getting intrigued because I'm a big fan of Alfred. But what I was gonna say is, okay, does it? What are we coming up with forced? I mean, no one's putting a gun to their head. I mean,
Right.
a knife to the throat, maybe, but not a gun to
Possibly.
the head. So I don't know where we're coming up with this.
It's because these countries can't afford guns, Dick.
That's not true. Every criminal affords guns.
Yeah, that's very true. We actually, I think we as the U.S. supply them with guns,
Most of them, yeah.
regardless.
That's what
of-
I'm saying. They can't afford them. They get given to us.
Yes. So okay, I still don't see the problem though.
Yeah, I'm not saying you shouldn't have laws. I'm just saying that if they want to work, they should be allowed to work.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. How many people did you know in 6th grade you could just look at and go, yeah, no, you're going to be a janitor, right?
Right.
Why not give them the broom and mop and say,
Why
"Get an
not?
early start"?
Yeah. Why not start now? I mean, think how good they'll be when they get like 10.
Because
or
I got to
15.
say, the janitorial skills in this country are falling off. Because
All right.
everyone,
Oh my god.
because everyone thinks they can be anything. That's not true for all of us. Okay, some people will just be janitors, and the earlier they realize that, the better.
Listen here, Dick.
You're okay. Okay, this is outrageous. What about the conditions that these children have? These children
Thank
have
you.
to work in.
Like I said, I'm not saying that's how we should do it. I'm just saying if a 12-year-old wants to go to the Nike factory and we'll give him a break a day instead of a week.
All right, whatever. Yeah.
And they want to work,
Fucking
and they want to make the
unions.
wages, and they want to work and make the money, then they should be allowed to go work and make the money. If they want to work, they should be allowed to go work.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
And my only argument, which is odd.
You're losing me, Bobby.
Yeah. Well, my only argument is Tim
He's
keeps
making
saying
a very
12.
persuasive argument here.
Oh my god.
No. Yeah, right. But Tim keeps saying 12. I want to aim a lot lower. That's all. My
Again,
only
Chris
argument here.
Hansen, plug your ears.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Dick's
Dick.
going to absolute.
We're not
he's
talking
talking
about-
absolutes. This guy over here.
We're not talking about having sex with him. Jesus Christ, why we
Yeah.
got Chris Hansen
We'll see if he
involved?
prostitutes.
There's no point to get. Yeah.
Okay,
Let me
Thai
retract
lady
that one.
boys.
I'm not gonna touch that one.
Granted, prostitution is the oldest profession in the world, but we're not gonna go there.
No, I'm not. Yeah, we're not gonna.
Other than farming or hunting, Jesus.
Hunter-gatherer.
You're telling me before people survived, they just fucked and died?
Wait, so
no, what
Bobby,
I'm
you're
telling
saying
you
you
is
want to
that
hunt kids?
No one. Yeah, what the hell?
What the fuck is
No
going
one-
on here?
No one got paid in the beginning to go hunt and gather. They did that for their own survival. He's saying as a paid job, prostitution, and that's true.
The barter system says hello with your hunting and gathering.
Not a job.
And my prostitution.
It was a job. They traded it. The barter system.
It's me giving you goods for you giving me goods.
Yeah, that's called bartering. It's the
If
original
you're the
form of
person
capitalism.
with facilitating that exchange of goods.
Prostitution is saying I'm giving you money.
I'm not talking about prostitution.
No, because they didn't have money then.
I'm talking about
Thank you.
you, the guy being like, okay, like, so this guy might kill me and take all of my goods and keep his, so I need somebody there to be like, all right, he's giving you the goods, so you give him the goods. That's a job.
But that started the other way around. This guy might kill me for my goods, and I don't want him to do that. So I'm gonna have this girl go have sex with him and pay her to do that, so he doesn't kill me.
I don't get why Brent and Bobby keep bringing up having sex with little kids. All we're talking about is those little kids working. That's all we're talking about.
I want them to be able to get a start on their career.
Yeah, that's it.
You know,
So,
I'm telling you, if McDonald's workers could start at 12 because that's where they knew that they were gonna fucking end their career, then my fucking combo meals would not be fucked up.
okay, Dick, I'm going to talk to you because you're the only person I feel like I can speak some fucking sense into. Dick, this is what's with the American dream, brother? Pulling yourself up by your fucking bootstraps, becoming something you weren't supposed to be, fucking taking it, doing it. Second of all,
That's all I want.
no, but the second point is that our economy,
A Knight's
our
Tale.
our economy cannot support
Stars.
lowering an age limit on working. We already have so much unemployment. We should raise the age of work so that we can stop having these 17-year-old pussies do fucking half-ass shitty jobs, bussing tables and nonsense.
Oh
Can't
my
even
gosh.
clean a fucking dish. When Brent and I worked at Boondocks together, there was a girl who was 18 or 19 and she didn't know how to run the fucking dishwasher, and all you did was you closed it with a handle or opened it and it started automatically or turned off automatically.
Right, but
Let's
what you're talking
raise the
about-
age limit.
No, because what you're talking about is the problem we have now because you raised the age limit, and then we got half the fucking population in our colleges thinking they can be something and taking up valuable time from the people who can actually be something.
Right.
No.
Wait,
There's no problem with that because then the private colleges and the government are making money.
So
And God knows we need to make that money from those stupid kids to pay for your fucking Obamacare.
But they're taking away from my education because I'm going to be something, and I don't need to be wasting my time with the girl sitting next to me because she should have been dishwashing since she was 12, and then by the time she was 18, that wouldn't have been a fucking problem.
Okay, wait. So, okay, Bobby addressed. I just want to rebuttal to Bobby's address to me. Okay, so when you talk about pulling up your bootstraps, Bobby,
Yes.
you do realize that they make boots in the size of 6-year-olds.
He makes a good point. Now this is the part where I
You heard it from me first. Dick Siemens is personally running the campaign for Hillary Clinton now.
Whoa. Because that girl should have never been. Now, if that girl would have been waiting tables since she was 12, she would have realized that she should never be in an important job where she can handle emails because she still hasn't figured out AOL.
AOL.
It tells her when she's got mail.
Yeah.
You've got dick.
You've got Dick's vote. That's what her mail says.
I'm just saying, if they want to be able to work, they should be allowed to work.
And I'm just saying Hillary 2016.
I know you are. I know you are, fucking communist bastard.
And I don't know why you're trying to hold down the economy, really.
Because you guys are communist bastards. I'm fucking sitting here
Why?
talking to two
They're
fourths of.
working, they're paying their taxes. What's the problem?
Because 2/4 of
Because
this table is the
outsourcing
fucking
jobs.
Red Scare.
It's outsourcing jobs and taking them away from America.
Hard ass working Americans.
No. If we allow child labor in America,
Yeah.
if we lower the age in America so that they can go to work when they want to, and not only that, but we encourage them. I mean, come on, it's time for parents to be honest and look at their kids and go, you know what? You're not going to make it. So it's
Right.
time you pick up this broom and you
Yep.
learn how to work it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I
That's
wish
a
somebody
fair
would have told
theory.
that to Ray Charles or fucking Beethoven.
Who's Ray Charles?
They were going to be something, and their parents knew it.
They were not. One was fucking blind, one was autistic, and died from lead poisoning.
Can we clear up the broom thing though? It's not to play a Quidditch match, right? We're not going back to the last thing.
No.
We're talking about cleaning
No.
shit.
But you
Because-
do know what Kidditch is.
Because Harry Potter's mom gave her life for Harry Potter because she knew he was going to be something.
Right. A janitor with a broom.
No, because, and that's actually apparently according to the newest book, Harry's just a fucking useless employee at the fucking Ministry of Magic.
Well, then maybe it's time for him to pick up his broom and put down the Quidditch snitch and get to sweeping.
Yeah, why wasn't he a professional Kidditch player? I bet you it's because there are certain age restrictions on them.
I doubt it.
He was 17 when he graduated Hogwarts. What the fuck is? And there's no age restriction because Victor Crumb was playing Quidditch.
Don't fucking point
And he
at
was
me like
going
you're.
to-
Don't fucking
Yeah.
point at me like you're Samuel L. Jackson.
That's right.
Yeah, Victor, whatever the fuck his name was 44.
Hey, will you hand me the microphone over there? It's the one that says "bad motherfucker" on it.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Well, think about what would have happened if, fuck, I forgot the guy's name. Never mind. I'll come back to it.
No, you won't.
I probably won't, but
Oh.
that's the thing. That's the reason why I don't think that kids should do it younger, because they got all that fucking attitude, man. And
Those guys are gonna push themselves.
I don't know, man. Some of my close friends like Eduardo and Jose and Gomez, they're all pretty incredible janitors.
Those are hard workers, right? Exported to Mexico.
Oh, they're I think they like the term.
Immigrants as exports.
That's terrible.
Yikes, spikes. I just want to point out that I like the direction that we're going with this show, aside from me talking to a bunch of communists. But I did not think that in the same episode that I would see my dearly Republican and dearly Democratic friend both back something that I think neither party supports.
Right, because neither one of them are forward thinking. I'm just saying, the United States.
That's good. Is this how this works now? Do I just fucking lob the softball over the plate so you can hit it out of the park on fucking Daddy Visit Day at the elementary school?
Fucking, you said, well, no, because it's gonna be at the same time. It's bring your dad to work day. And this is through my vacuum. These are the windows I wash, and this is my first paycheck.
And this is your first paycheck. Well, but then you have to teach them about taxes, and you have to teach them about Social Security and FICA and Obamacare, and that's not anything that anybody wants to talk about.
What do you mean you gotta teach them? We don't teach
How many people-
adults to do that shit right now.
How many people did not learn how to balance a checkbook by the time they got out of high school?
That is basic arithmetic. So I assume most.
None of them. It's one of the biggest complaints coming out of high school is no one knows how to balance a checkbook when they get out of high school because no one's ever taught them.
How would you not know how to?
I
Yeah.
learned how to write a check in my math book.
Right. So, but I'm not saying that's the thing though. It's that a lot of complaints is no one knows how to balance a checkbook by the time they get. You're right.
Well, if they
Basic-
weren't
it's
too
basic
busy,
math.
if they weren't so busy fucking each other and smoking drugs,
Now,
Smoking dope.
what can we do to occupy their time? We put them to work.
Work!
Now you're telling me after a double shift at fucking TGI Fridays that you got enough time to go have sex with the girl that you just met? No, you didn't. You're going home and going to bed like an adult.
Yep.
Welcome to the real world,
Yep.
13-year-old.
Why do you keep getting older? I want to go younger.
I know
I
you
don't
do,
like
but
this
there's some lines even I can't cross.
Yeah, because he's only a couple years away from having to fucking throw his own kids into Wendy's.
Right. That's what they get for their birthdays.
Their
job
chicken
applications.
nuggets are delicious.
Job applications.
Well, there might be a couple on there, a couple of those who could probably use it.
I give them every year for their birthday. I give them a 1 free ride to work pass.
That's so sweet. You know, I think that maybe what you guys are saying could work in a bigger city, but there in Boise, I mean, the public transportation is just so bad that.
That's very true. What we really need is well, see, and this is why this is going to work, because it's really going to boost the local bicycle economy. Because lots of bikes being sold to get those kids to work.
So Bob's Bicycles is really gonna take off.
Yeah, they're gonna move buildings again.
Cycle.
We're actually we're looking at a corporate sponsorship with Bob's Bicycles for this movie.
Bob's Bicycles helping kids get to work since they were 9 years old.
Well, you guys heard it first. If either of these fuckface communists get into office at all, then buy yourself a Zoomies franchise to sell those longboards.
Who's the bad guy here, Robert? Me for making and presenting a well thought out argument, or you for name calling?
Like I said, I'll just keep tossing them over the plate, I guess.
Yeah.
You commies always take the easy way out.
Oh, do we? Because it's
Yes.
easy in China, isn't it?
Mhm. Yeah, it is, because nobody has to fucking really work.
Oh, really? Because they all start working when they're 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
And thank you, because my
And
hat
they're
is
one of the biggest
awesome.
economies in the world.
Look, I as a childless man, I understand how hard it must be for you to have numerous kids and can't wait until they can just take care of you and you can play video games all day. But that doesn't mean that you need to force that on everybody else.
You know what numerous kids means?
Like
Less-
17?
Less chores around the house for me to do.
Yeah, no, I know. That's probably one of the few perks. of parenting.
And a brand new pair of Nikes. I don't know, once a week?
Yeah.
Well, now is probably not the best time to tell you that my girlfriend's expecting, but hopefully
well-
they don't grow up in your world.
Well, hey, all I'm saying is that when your boy turns 6, send him my way and I'll put him to work.
Doing, like, fucking polishing your shoes and shit.
No, I'll make the decision. If he's going to be somebody, then I'll set him up to be somebody. But if not, I'll be honest with him. Here's your broom.
Here's your broom. But the thing is that some people could fuck that up too, man. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip the switch on you for a second, because if what you're saying is true and we should give up on the people who supposedly are not gonna do anything, then why don't we go the extra step and just start aborting every single person who doesn't come out with blonde hair and blue fucking eyes? You communist.
Okay.
If you really thought that way, how are you Republican?
I don't think that way. I'm telling you that that's the next step in the logical line of thinking.
That's no one's next step. I don't want to kill anybody.
Yeah,
I do.
because you're well. If you don't want to kill anybody, then you're not fit to make the tough calls that need to be made. So I guess maybe you should have had a broom when you were 6.
No, I'm just saying that we're going to have an overabundance of janitors, and we're going to have the cleanest fucking country in the world. Spotless.
You'd never see a pile of vomit at a theme park in
Nope.
that America.
You never see a piece of trash on the ground. You never see a fucking single popcorn in a movie theater.
Detroit might actually look like something that's not post-apocalyptic.
Jesus, it might even look brand new. Instead of post-apocalyptic.
What
Is
what
that,
what
is that hashtag spotless?
Yeah, hashtag spotless.
Yeah.
what can I say about that suit that hasn't already been said about Afghanistan? No. You guys are fucking crazy.
Yeah, have you listened to any of our shows?
Yeah, but the thing is that I like to make a very good. I mean, the thing is, I hold myself to a high standard. Now, when I said that I felt like children needed a concentration camp to go to for a couple weeks, I meant that.
Whoa.
But and I said that on
Whoa,
the first
how
on
am
the
I the bad guy in
on the
this?
pilot episode. But
Easy,
I mean,
Bob.
but we're just pushing a little bit too far here. You guys are you're pushing a little too far.
Okay, number one, on that pilot episode, you said everybody in the concentration camps, not just kids.
Well, no. I mean, you do it as a kid, so you learn how horrible human beings can be to each other.
Or you treat everyone with respect and dignity that they deserve.
Oh, really? And then force them to work in a janitorial staff and don't even let them go to a fucking trade school to try and be a fucking lineman or something.
Because that's what they deserve.
What? Are you telling me somebody who can push a broom can't roof a house?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
No. Because if I was going to agree with you, it'd only be for population control, and then I'd be like, if you should be a janitor, let's actually give you a job roofing, and then hopefully you fall off the roof, and then we can move on.
Okay, well, thank you for agreeing with me, because like I said, one of the great things about having all these kids working is that no one's having sex, and we're having kids later and later in life, and less kids all the way around. I appreciate your support, Robert.
You would never get that.
You would,
No,
because when you're working, you're too tired to have sex. That's why married couples don't have sex anymore.
No, I'm saying you will never get my support.
You just said if we talked about population control, that would be the only way you would support me. I just mentioned how population control is part of it, so therefore you're supporting me. Or are you saying that you were lying?
No,
What else have you been lying about?
Probably my sexual orientation, but
I set him up, you knock him out this time.
listen, I can't sit here anymore and talk to this without fucking Brent jumping in and saying something. I'm less angry that you guys are communist fucks and more angry that I don't know if Brent's a blue-blooded patriot or a communist fuck.
Still with the name calling. Let's keep it civil, gentlemen.
Not in my house.
problem is that every time I think that I've made up my mind about this, somebody says something that I'm like,
It's good.
oh yeah, all right, and then I'm like, okay, well, no,
So
wait,
what
the
you're
other
saying,
thing is
Brent,
that,
and this is one of the things that I love about you, is that
flattery.
3/4 of this conversation right now is open-minded. Weird.
No, I'm gonna end it right now. Brent, I'll hook you up with the hottest girl in the world if you side with me.
Does that go for Dick too?
No, you lost your chance.
Damn it.
Fucking commie.
And again with the name calling.
Kids should not be working.
Okay.
You don't see it, but this is a fucking strong, sturdy Black Panther fist I'm holding up in the air right now.
Easy, Beyonce.
Oh, come on, man. She's black. Jay-Z's part of the Illuminati. Cut her some slack. She's being forced into doing that, just like these poor little kids with these little brown hands are being forced into doing it.
Jay-Z's not part of the Illuminati. He's just a front. You know who the real backer of the Illuminati is? It's fucking Kanye West. Marinate on that.
I'm actually glad you brought that up because Kanye West's new album is hot fucking fire. It's so good.
Get out of here.
No, dude, The Life of Pablo's badass. Been rocking that shit all day. It's so good.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. I just saw, I didn't read the article, but I just saw the title of an article earlier today, I think, that Kanye West was asking Zuckerberg for money because he was broke.
Yeah, he tweeted at him. It was hilarious.
Why?
Let me tell you, I don't know because he's fucking weird.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you this the best line in any of this album right now is when he talks about how shit he still might fuck Taylor Swift, and then it stops and he says, "I made that bitch famous." Yeah, I made that bitch famous. Fuck yeah.
Okay, well.
Wow.
Now, Taylor Swift is a good example of somebody who was forced into child labor, and I think Kanye is just really trying to do his best to break her out of the cycle of you can be who you want to be, you don't have to be forced to be all these other people.
Yeah, because Kanye West is a saint.
Yeah,
His name isn't Yeezus for nothing. Jesus
Because
Yeezus.
Justin Timberlake did some child labor, and that guy's phenomenal. Oh, yeah. You can dance with JT if you want.
No, I mean Michael Jackson also did child labor, but he made the best. He made the best of a horrible situation and gave us the Thriller album.
That's right. So enough said.
Okay, so
He is
here's
the
what
only
I'll say.
example. Thank you.
Here's what I'll say about the whole child labor thing. Children should not work under a certain age. And I'm going to use your logic on this.
That age being 12.
Okay, listen to me.
9, 6.
You're talking about somebody's parents deciding whether or not the kid's going to be something and then giving them a broom or putting them to a trade school or college or whatever, okay?
Yes.
So marinate on this for a second.
Not just the parents, but go ahead.
Chris Pratt.
Okay.
Young Chris Pratt.
I'm listening.
He's a child.
You had me, Chris Pratt.
He's a little pudgy thing.
Sure.
Not super smart.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know what he was like as a child, but
Okay.
for the sake of my argument,
Argument's waiting.
he's funny,
Yeah.
but he can't do much else.
Yeah. So he's got charisma.
So his parents say, funny's not good enough. Funny's
Okay.
not going to get you somewhere.
So this is your scenario.
So
You're
here's
saying-
Chris Pratt
You're saying his
pushing
parents,
a broom
Right. Okay.
at 6 years old,
I see what you're saying.
and then we never have Chris Pratt, and you never have your bromance.
Okay, let me convince you of why this is not going to work. And I appreciate your argument. And let me tell you and settle this once and for all, okay? Number one,
Well done, Brent.
Chris Pratt has got charisma.
Okay.
Charisma shows at a very young age. I can tell you, in order from most to least, which one of my kids have charisma. And the one who's got the least amount, pretty questionable. I'll throw it out there. I won't say who it is, but it's questionable.
We all know.
So their charisma is an F factor. Now, the parents say, yeah, I don't know about this kid. Might have to give him brew. The teacher says, whoa, he's got charisma. You got to be on the lookout for that, because charisma is the leading cause of its.
Oh, because our parents and teachers know so much and help out so much.
So
don't blow that off.
Now, I'm going to. So now, let's just say, just for the sake of your argument, that doesn't work. My man gets the broom. Okay, dude's got a broom. But does that suppress his charisma?
It could.
Oh,
No. It does not.
Charisma is unsuppressible.
Is it?
Yes.
Let me tell you a little story about a girl in a small town who was into dancing.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Okay?
So Chris Pratt, with his charisma, will move beyond his parents' mistake, and I will get the bromance that was destined that I would have.
There are not enough intelligent people in the world to make intelligible decisions. I don't trust teachers. I don't trust
Then let's
parents.
have a charisma committee. What do you want?
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's
I
fine,
think
yeah.
Okay,
We
charisma
can get
doesn't
that.
do shit.
Thank you.
You play.
Excuse me, I just spit all over the place. Charisma is everything.
It is nothing.
Okay, so when you
I bet a lot of
play
really
fucking
upbeat-
Fallout, you max out your charisma.
Every time.
No, you don't.
Yes,
Shut
I
up.
do. Every
Shut
time
up.
I play a character, the very first points I put into, I'll tell you, the top two places I put all my points, charisma, dexterity. Always charisma first.
Okay, you would have had a broom.
No, I wouldn't.
Because you'd have been like, Mom, Dad, but I have charisma, and they'd have been shut the fuck up and
Yeah.
sweep the floor.
Yeah, but you know what? Even if I had got that broom, would have made it afterwards because
I was just
away.
in Tim's defense, he would have rode the fuck out of that broom.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
that you wouldn't have, we wouldn't have, because I love him too.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have Chris Pratt as we know him today.
We would.
We wouldn't have Star-Lord.
We would.
We wouldn't
Because
have
he would
Owen
have
from
rode
Jurassic
the
World
fuck out of that broom.
You-
if his parents had given him a broom when he was a kid.
Because no matter what these no thinking, unforward thinking bitches that we've got pointing at you, Bobby.
Look who's insulting now.
Yeah, I fell to your level. It's the thing I do.
Hey, I want to call you something that starts with a C and ends, it rhymes with punt.
Chunt.
Yeah, I don't. Clunt? Whatever.
Grunt.
Those are all good guesses from a couple communist broom pushers.
Destiny. You can't stop Destiny.
Destiny?
We're not talking
for
about
the
Destiny.
love of God,
Oh, yeah,
now
we
he
are.
sounds like
We're talking
Kanye
about
West, you
child
fuck.
labor.
That's right. But you're saying that you can suppress a child with child labor. And I'm saying Destiny,
What do you think that is? That's exactly what it is. All those kids,
no.
they look like they're 78 years old by the time they're 14, and then they just die sad and alone
No,
because they
no.
worked for 26 cents on the dollar.
No. See, now, again, you're saying that my child labor has no rules. My child labor has rules. You've got to pay them. So if they look like they're 60 by the time they're 30 and that's a bad thing, it's not. You should see their 401k.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is pretty
Yeah,
good.
but how many years after they've retired do they have to enjoy that 401k and that retirement if you've worked their tiny brown hands to the bone?
How many years does the average person now get to enjoy their 401k
Racism.
by the time they get to use it? They get a jump start. You're welcome
Thank you.
for giving you a chance at life.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
What I'm saying is that you're forcing a life on these children that they don't want. They need to be using their
And I say
imagination.
again,
They need to be
you're
out there
saying,
playing.
You're saying my child labor has no rules. No one's forcing these kids.
We're not
If
talking
I-
about Tim's child labor camp. We're talking about
That's exactly what you guys,
child
you
labor
guys
in
keep knocking
general.
it. You're like, these kids have no choice. I'm giving them a choice. At 12, they want to go to work. Let them go to work. You're saying we're forcing them to do it. I'm not forcing them. That's their choice. You're saying they're getting 26 cents on the dollar. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying pay them wages. I'm saying if a child wants to go to work when he's 12 years old, give that child a broom and let him go to work.
You've already said that if that child doesn't show any potential, then you're going to give them a broom and force them to have a broom and not finish school at all.
No,
Exactly.
exactly what I said was, and you'll hear this when you hear what it said was
No.
that parents should encourage it.
I'm not even gonna
The
down.
word that I used was encourage.
I'm not even go. That is not the word you use.
Right.
I'm not even gonna download or pimp this episode because of all the communist socialism happening right now.
How is it socialist and communist to let kids go to work?
I feel
honestly,
like
where did it say in the Declaration of the Constitution that no kids should work?
the Declaration of the Constitution.
No, I said the Constitution or the Declaration are killer.
You did not. You did not. And
That's what I said, and time will tell. History will.
hey, Tim, is that your broom behind you?
No, I keep my broom at work like an adult.
Daddy's a janitor.
Well, they made the choice, and I respect that.
It's all right. I work in baggage claim. I always wanted to be somebody. I thought my charisma would go somewhere, but a few certain people told me no, and then here I am.
I'm still waiting for Destiny to catch up and pull me out of this.
Wait.
All right, I'm gonna wrap up this goddamn.
I was just gonna say, and we're back.
Thank God. Seriously.
Oh no. No.
I hope this has all been just a horrible nightmare.
Oh no, it's our dream because we're gonna be somebody. We're pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps, and we're gonna make something out of ourselves.
I am with this show.
Stars.
So that was our show for whatever the fuck it's worth. The views expressed in Ignorant Rants do not necessarily reflect the views of the Ignorant Ranters.
But in this case, I think that we do have a couple of commies, and I hope our show will make it to next week and we don't get shut down by the government.
They can't stop us.
I'd love to get Edward Snowden on here and see what he thinks of child labor laws.
So please send all your hate mail to us. You can email us at ignorantranters@gmail.com. No, ignorantrants@gmail.com. You can leave your hate messages on our Facebook page at facebook.com/ignorantrants. You can follow us on Twitter. We are at ignorantranters. You can also check out, are we pumping a website?
Yeah.
You can also check out our website. If you checked us out at the client, that's cool, and you can keep going there to find our show. Or you can check out our website, ignorantranters.com, which our own Robert has worked very hard on.
Who's that?
Bobby has worked very hard on. Fucking guy.
I'd rather be a fucking guy than a fucking communist.
So you can follow us. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Kid Insanity. Brent, where can they find you on Twitter?
Hit me up on Twitter, please.
Please give them some follow.
Please hit me up on Twitter. Talk to me. I like to talk to people. I'm at TinyMouth, MOWTH.
Where get the man some followers. Let's get it. The Bobby.
Hella.
Is your Twitter handle at not a commie?
Yeah, because I actually, you know what? I think that there's more reasons why you're a communist, because you are really pumped and looking forward to continuation of stories as well, like the new Harry Potter, and that just shows me that you just live in a dream world that sucks, but you just really keep hoping it'll get better for the greater good.
For the motherland.
My Twitter handle is BobbyWWS, and yes, I might add after this episode explicitly in my bio that I am not a commie.
Okay, you probably should. A lot of you might be confused. Nick, where can they find you on Twitter this week?
Yeah, so I am at Dolly Parton fan #1. And that's it's a 1. It's the numerical 1. So hit us up. Dolly and I would love to hear from you.
Is that number or is that NO1?
No, it's a number. Number
Okay.
1. And
No, I mean, is it Dolly Parton NO1 or number 1?
Oh, it's a number, yes. So number and the 1.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Gotcha.
yeah, like I said, Dolly and I would love to hear from you.
All right. Well, for all you non-commies out there, I still appreciate you listening to the show,
Yeah, seriously.
and we'll see you all next week. With some more
Sorry for the Red Scare.